Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to this introductory video. I apologize for my background. I realize it's somewhat suboptimal, but I am traveling in a hotel today and this was the best that I could find. So I hope that it suffices, as this was the last day I can make this for you. I wanted to say a little bit more than you can say in a cover letter or a resume about why you want to join an organization and why you might have a relevant background. So really I wanted to speak to a motivation that comes from me from a long way back, in a family that was very diverse and where there was a lot of conflict, people and family groups of different types. And I found myself as a mediator in that family environment, and that really shaped my tendency to really try to find common ground with people that I encounter. It shaped tendencies to travel to really far-flung places and seek out environments of political complexity, to go to North Korea and to Cuba, former Yugoslav countries, to work a long time in Myanmar and do these things as a young person because I was captivated by difference and how we could work together and find common ground despite our differences. I had a long career in what you might call peace building, which I speak to in my CV and cover letter. But really, that's born of an era in the 1990s and 2000s with a liberal peace building agenda and an international system that doesn't really exist anymore. So peace building as it was has really receded at the same time, and for reasons that you'll be well aware of around information networks and the recession of globalization and globalist values, we've seen these tendencies towards political and social polarization, and I've come more and more to work on that type of problem in my career. I really feel like it is one of the most important issues of our time, and I don't feel like opportunities come up to work on it as a sole vocation for an organization that focuses on that very often. And so I felt very attracted to apply to this role. I'll say a little bit about the arc of my career because it might be unusual. There's certainly a lot of assignments there that I could give some kind of narrative shape to. I began my career with the New Zealand government and in public policy roles, and then in about 2007 I had an opportunity to work as an intern at the New Zealand mission to the United Nations, which really opened up a whole world for me. I moved from government to studying international conflict resolution at Columbia University, and from that launch board really began an international career which has taken me to different parts of the world. I began that career thinking that the United Nations was really a great place to try to solve conflict and work on conflict, and had an opportunity to have interesting roles, but it really wasn't the organization type that I felt was really well suited in the modern era to trying to address problems of polarization. And I moved on, first of all, in peace support roles in Myanmar for a number of years. I'm very fortunate that I had a set of skills around conflict research, as well as opportunities because of that country's opening to work with quite high-level political stakeholders, both on the democratic strengthening side and also on the peace process and peace support side. So a good chunk of experience there. The next phase, if you will, was in starting Adapt Peace Building, which was an organization that used a methodology called systemic action research to motivate and mobilize thousands of people in processes of civic participation in support of peace, in support of democracy, in support of human rights, in support of environmental conservation, really a range of topics. And it really tried to work across class differences and ethnic differences to make really diverse movements to speak with one common voice. That was a big chunk of my career, and I learned a lot on the leadership side as well, and on the entrepreneurial side, and working with different cultures and different teams. We took that organization to scale across multiple country programs over time. The final phase of my career, if you will, has been more in non-profit leadership. So stepping down from Adapt Peace Building and taking a role with Innovations for Poverty Action, where I currently am, which has really strengthened how I approach leadership, how I manage from a business development perspective, staffing, business processes that we use, and my ability to financially forecast well and to really understand performance or impact measurement of programs, as well as performance management of staff. All of these features of IPA are really sophisticated, and it's been a really strong testing ground and strengthening opportunity for me. Why would I move on from that? Well, really it comes back to More in Common's mission. I really want to be supporting an organization that is trying to make healthier, more peaceful and more just societies. I really do believe that political and social polarization are very significant issues that we need to address. And I'm excited that you don't just do research about it, you influence decision makers and you take action. And I really want to be back in that action space. So I'd love to speak more with you. I'm really, really excited about the possibility that we might talk further. And I hope that might come to pass. Thank you.